You ever have one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is how I die? I'm going to tell you a terrifying story that has an ending that thwarts all expectations. I was lucky enough to get to do a study abroad program in Bali with my university. It was an arts program, it was beautiful, and I was there with a bunch of us students. Afterwards, though, I decided I would go on my own, travel up through Southeast Asia with just a backpack and have one of those kind of on-the-road life experiences. Unfortunately, I got most of my money stolen and a lot of my belongings. I decided not to come home. I was just going to push through. Ended up sleeping on the streets and in abandoned buildings. And I ended up, before I got back, losing 34 pounds. I looked rough, right? My hair was even worse than this quarantine thing I got going on right now. Long hair, hadn't shaven. I looked rough. To tell you how rough I looked, the first job I booked when I was back as an actor was for a PSA as a heroin addict. My mother thought I'd caught some horrible disease or something. I looked awful. But when I got back, the first place I went was San Francisco on my way back home, and I had one night layover to stay and meet up with a friend. He worked in a photography studio in downtown San Francisco, south of Market. And he said, come on by. We'll hang out. So I go there, I find the address, I make it there on the buses. I didn't even have a cell phone yet, nothing, because I just got back. But I go down there, bang on the big industrial door, nothing. Like, nobody answers. I was like, well, I guess maybe he went out for something. I'm waiting around, and I thought, maybe they didn't hear me. I bang louder, nothing. Well, the street is not a good area. It is a very, very rough area, and a guy starts walking down the street toward me. And usually you just kind of, do your own thing, it's cool. But this guy is looking at me the whole time he's walking. He's just walking by. It's kind of like, oh, okay. And he watches, looks at me, he's walking slowly, kind of sizing me up. It's like, oh, all right. Well, he keeps walking. I was like, I gotta get, blank, 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 nothing. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to go. Maybe I can walk to, I don't know where he lives. This is where we're gonna meet here. I don't know what to do. Well, the guy comes back down the street again. Now, to describe this guy a little bit more, he's huge, okay? He's unshaven. He's probably maybe 40, but he looks rugged and rough, and he's, this time he gets close enough that I can see that the whites of his eyes are yellow. And I don't mean yellow eyes like supernatural. I mean like you've done a lifetime of damage to your liver and stuff. And he is just mad dogging me as he comes down the street. He's taking his time walking, literally just looking me up and down. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm just gonna take off down the street. I'll go anywhere. But he stops. I see him stop. He turns and he walks straight up to me, and he gets in my face. Close, and he's so close that I can actually smell the dental work he needs and stuff. This guy is rough, and he's right here, and he goes, you got two choices. And I'm thinking, I don't think I'm gonna like either of these choices. And he looks at me, again, he takes his time. He goes, all right, head over to 6th, get to Hospitality House, but you gotta be there before it gets dark. Or go over 3 blocks to Kaiser, take a number. You can't stay there all night, but at least you'll stay warm for a while. And he turns, and he walks away. And I realized this whole time that I was thinking this guy was just gonna have so much stabbing on my body. Instead, he was thinking that whole time, should I give this kid a bit of advice, because he's obviously new on the streets. He just wanted to take a moment to help. And I think about that when I think about how divided we all are and how crazy things are in the world, that sometimes our expectations of what someone else wants are much different than we expect. And I realize we're all going to make it through this if we just help each other out a little bit. I'm Shelby. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.